So coming to a constructive rest so that your feet are a little wider than your hips and your knees can just drop in on one another. And we're gonna set our hands just to start with, just lightly on the belly or the ribs, whatever feels comfortable. But draw the shoulders down from the ears, let the knees rest heavy on one another. Let the eyes come closed. And just take a moment to feel yourself dropping into this space, this really internal space. Start to feel your breath. Start to feel the solidity of the earth beneath you. Start to feel in that spaciousness around your body. And then start to breathe spaciousness into your body. So as you inhale, start to expand. Breathing all the way up into the chest, letting the collarbones spread apart. And then as you exhale, exhale from the top down, so from the chest, the ribs, and the belly. And if you're familiar with Ujjayi breath, start to find that slight constriction at the base of the throat as you start to drag the breath. Slowing it down, deepening it. And then as you're feeling that breath move into the front of the body, start to feel it move into the back body equally. And in the side body as well. And as you're dropping into this internal space, it's really this opportunity to become more acquainted with yourself, to come into that intimate space of knowing your own self, your deepest self. I really think of yoga as giving us that gift, this bit of time to listen to that innermost wisdom that dwells in each of us, that innermost voice, to allow it to become louder, to allow that connection with yourself to become stronger and truer. And then from here, we're going to take our hands so that they wrap around your ribs, with the thumb kind of resting at the back ribs and the forefingers wrapping around more or less the front ribs. And your palms kind of resting on that side. And we're going to find an equal Ujjayi breath, breathing in for a count of 5 and out for a count of 5. And you're feeling for breathing into your ribs and into your hands so that you're feeling both the ribs at the thumb side and the finger side and the palm side all simultaneously, that big expansion, and then that exhale, that contraction as your hands draw back together. So go ahead and exhale wherever you are in your breath count. And then inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Feel your hands expand. 4 and 5. Slight pause. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Belly engages to exhale and empty out. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause full and exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause empty. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause full. Relax the jaw, relax the face. Exhale 5, 4. Relax your throat. 3, 2, 1. Pause empty. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause full. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause empty, and then just take 2 more on your own at your own count. But think about equalizing the length of the inhale and the exhale, even if it's not at a count of 5. Your hands can stay where they are. They can return to your ribs. Take 1 more full deep breath. And then once you've emptied out, release that. Count Stay with your Ujjayi breath. Relax your arms down by your side. Maybe let your eyes flutter open, or if it feels good to keep them closed, keep them closed. Feet stay wider than the hips as the knees separate. Start to windshield wiper the knees side to side. And arms are just gonna move far enough away so you have space for those knees to drop. Inhaling through center and exhaling up and over. Take one more each side. And then once you're complete there, return to center. Bring the knees at 90 degrees right above the hips. Interlace the hands right behind the head and the neck with the thumbs running down the neck. Start to squeeze your inner thighs together. Lengthen your tailbone to the end of the mat so that your low back anchors down and your navel anchors down to your spine. And then as you exhale, just curl your head and shoulders up. So you're trying to get your shoulders up off the ground, but then let the weight of the head drop back into the hammock of your hands. So your neck's not really working, just your abdominals are working. Elbows are relatively wide. Keep squeezing the belly, breathing. Good. And then from here, extend your left leg straight. Either keep your right knee bent or take it into this L shape. So the right leg is hovering and the left leg is pressing up. Keeping all of that same action of the tailbone lengthening and the belly drawing down and the shoulders lifted and the weight of the head drop back into the hands. Good. And then on the exhale, bring that right leg up. Flexing the feet, lower the left leg to hover. Same thing. Head and shoulders are staying lifted. Belly is drawn in, tailbone is long. Hold and breathe. Bring that leg back up. Drop the right leg again. This time, take your hands and reach them towards your right foot, beyond your left thigh. Inhale, take them up by your head. Bring the arms of the leg up. And then lower that left leg and exhale, curl. Reach the arms forward. Take an inhale here, arms come back. Exhale, leg comes back up. Inhale, right leg lowers. Exhale, arms reach forward. Inhale, arms draw back. Exhale, leg lifts. Inhale, left leg lowers. Exhale, arms reach forward. Inhale, arms back. Exhale, leg up. Inhale, right leg down. Exhale, reach forward. Couple more. Inhale, arms back. Exhale, leg lifts. Inhale, left leg lowers. Exhale, arms reach forward. Inhale, arms back. Exhale, leg up. Inhale, leg lowers. Exhale, arms reach. One more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, leg lifts. Inhale, leg lowers, and then exhale, hold here. Good. Return your hands to the hammock behind your head. Exhale, bring the left leg up. Release your head and shoulders down and just drop the knees into the chest. Stay here. We're not quite done yet. Just rock your knees a little side to side. Massage across that low back. Breathe into the belly. Good. And then knees can be bent. Same thing over the hips. Same action. Tailbone long, belly down, low back down. Exhale, curl the head and shoulders up. And then maybe extend the legs. They can also stay bent. As soon as your low back pops off the ground, that's where you're staying, or your knees are going to return bent. So we don't want to take this work in our low back. We're going to keep it right in our abdominals. So extend those legs out and then lower them as low as they can go without that back popping up. And you're just supporting the weight of the head with your hands. And then again, knees can stay bent. Squeeze through your inner thighs, lengthen through your tailbone, breathe. Then maybe your arms extend back by your ears. Hollow. Hold. Breathe. 3, 2. And release the head and the neck. Wrap your arms around your thighs. Squeeze the thighs into the belly and breathe. And then set the heels right down in line with your sits bones, feet parallel. Take an inhale, lengthen your tailbone like you're scooping it up, and then exhale, press in your feet to lift the hips. And then spin your inner thighs down a little bit, and then lengthen your tailbone between your knees. Keep the belly strong, and then just let the arms rest wherever they rest. If it feels good to tuck the shoulders under, you can do that. If it feels good to just let them be relaxed by your side, you can do that. You can also have a block under your sacrum if that feels better. We're going to be here for about 5 more breaths, just dropping into that steady, rhythmic in and out breath. Eyes can be open or closed. Feel for pressing down through the tripods in your feet. Keep spinning the inner thighs down, lengthening your tailbone towards the end of the mat, but then dragging the heels of the feet back to your shoulders. Take a gentle press in the back of the head so you keep that curve in your neck. Take 2 more breaths here, working all of that action. Heels drag back, tailbone drags forward, belly strong. 1 more breath. We're going to lower slowly. So take a breath, and as you exhale, just through the thoracic spine, that upper back. And then take an inhale, and then exhale, mid, low, back. Good. Arms out to the side. Again, take that windshield wiper one more time, side to side. And then from here, land both knees to the right. Take both arms up by your ears, but keep them on the ground. Land your left wrist in your right hand. And then as you lengthen your left knee to the end of the mat, take your right hand, use it to pull your left arm to the top of your mat. If you're feeling that whole left side body get long, engage your left glute so that you're supported there. And feel that extension from the knee to the fingertips, stretching through the quad, through the belly, the waist, the hip. And then release the arm and inhale, bring the knees back up. Just keep the arms in a loose cactus above the head. And then exhale, drop the knees over to the left. Stretch both arms long again, and then set your right wrist in your left hand this time. Start to extend your right knee towards the end of the mat, engaging your glute, flexing your feet, and then stretch the right arm to the top of your mat. Use the left arm like you're pulling your ribs away from your hip and your hip away from your ribs. And then your knees and your fingers are also stretching away from one another. Take 1 more breath here. And then gently release your arms, bring the knees back up. Exhale, draw the knees to the chest. Take your hands behind your thighs. You're going to start to rock yourself front to back, front to back. And then you can start by crossing the ankles and roll over to your hands and knees, or you can just come up and flip yourself over, whatever works. We're going to land on our hands and our knees in a tabletop position. Stacking the shoulders directly above the wrists, stack the hips directly above the knees, and then spin your biceps forward so the soft creases of the elbows spin forward. Take an inhale and feel that length from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears and then press near your palms so you get a little broad in the upper back. And then on the inhale, let the tailbone rise. Let the heart start to scoot forward and up, and the crown of the head just extend. So the back of the neck stays long even though it's lifted. And then exhale, curl the tailbone. Press into your hands, lift the navel to the spine. Drop your head down. Take a big breath across your upper back. And then next inhale, come back through. Cow pose, lift the heart, lift the tailbone. And exhale, round back through your cat. And then take 3 more breaths, either staying right here or letting your body just move organically. Whatever way it feels good, let it move. And then on the next inhale, return to neutral, reset up your foundation so your hands are anchored. Feel the gripping in the fingertips and the padding at the base of the fingers. Biceps spin forward, belly and ribs in, and then send your right leg back. Keep the toes on the ground and just press into the heels. Start to open the whole back of the leg. Feel that length from the heel to the crown of the head. And then press the left shin down and the top of the left foot down. Pull the belly and ribs in and lift that right leg up. And then you might stay here or take your left arm forward, thumb up, pinky down. Try not to arch in that low back, so scoop your low belly up and in. Pull your front ribs to your back ribs. And feel that length from the fingers to the heel, from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And then hug everything to the midline. Keep breathing. Good. And then from here, bend your right knee. Stay here. Try and find that balance. Sole of the foot facing up. Feel like you're trying to touch your foot to the ceiling without letting your belly drop. So there's that kind of teeter-totter. Tailbone long, but heel high. Tailbone long and heel high. Now flip your left hand so the thumb is down and the pinky's up, and reach back. Grab the inner ankle. Take an inhale, square yourself forward, and then as you exhale, press your ankle into your hand and pull your hand into your ankle. Open up here, strong in that low belly. Support this back bend and breathe. Good, and then gently release. Leg extends, arm extends. Set your left hand down. Try and keep your left shin right in line with the knee. If not, you can kickstand it for balance, but try here. Roll your right hip open to start with. Tent up onto your left fingertips. Your right foot is flexing. That whole right side is long. And then see if maybe that right arm wants to float up. And just hold and breathe here. Like a half moon. And then same thing, peel your heel back to your bum, turn your palm down. This time grab your outer ankle, kick, and extend the heart forward and extend the tailbone back, pull the belly in, press your left foot down, your left shin down to find that balance, and then gently release. Good, now set your right foot down so it intersects your left knee and maybe even your left foot. Press your right hip up to the sky like you're lifting your left hip up into your right, like you're lifting your left ribs up to your right, and then press into the outer edge of your right foot. Now spin the palm towards your head and reach right over your nice long arm, long leg. Take a big inhale. Send that breath all the way up the right side body. So I'm opposite, you guys. Exhale, send your tailbone long and pull your belly in, and then inhale, take the right arm right back over the shoulder. Take a little micro bend in that elbow. Keep that belly really strong and that tailbone long, foot and shin anchored, and then spin the heart open. Like you're trying to drop the back of your hand and your forearm behind you as you spin your ribs and your heart skyward. And then press into the right foot, pull into the low belly, and take this right arm straight up. From here, exhale, set the hand down, spin back to your right toes, and just press into the heel one more time. Okay, and then shoulders land directly over the wrist, biceps spin forward. Take your left foot to meet your right, so you land in this high plank position with that belly nice and strong. You can always have your knees down for additional support, either way. You're gonna have all of the same action, tailbone long, belly and ribs in. Engage your legs in your midsection so that the weight is kind of coming out of your hands and your wrists, and arms and shoulders, and down into your core and your legs. Good. From here, set your right knee down right underneath your right hip. Keep the left foot long and then press into the heel and breathe here. Biceps are spinning forward, tailbone is long, crown is long, breathing. Then shoulders land directly over the wrists and lift that right leg up, pull the belly in. Press back to your heel, firm into that right shin, top of the right foot. And then if you want, take the right arm forward, thumb up, pinky down. Keep spinning that left biceps forward. Keep pulling the belly in and rolling your left hip down so it's square to the floor. Good. And then curl your left heel up like you're going to stamp it to the ceiling, and then pull the belly in again. Keep that tailbone long, that neck long, and then spin the right hand so the thumb's down, the pinky's up, reach back around and grab the inner ankle. Take an inhale and then kick, open up. Left arm is pressing down, heart is lifting, leg is extending back. Good, and then gently release that. Take an inhale, stretch it forward. And then exhale, set that right hand down. Set yourself up, press into the right shin, Flex into the left foot and then spin your left hip on top of your right. You can come onto your right fingertips to start with, see how that feels. And maybe the fingers stay down or maybe they reach up. Maybe the right foot stays directly in line with your knee or maybe it kickstands at a diagonal. Breathe here. Then curl your heel back to your bum, spin the palm to face down and reach for the top of the ankle and then kick. Heart is lengthening, knee is pressing back, belly is strong. Breathe here. And then with control, release the foot and the arm back up. Set the left foot so that it intersects that right knee. Press into your right hand, press into your right shin to lift your right hip up into your left. Big breath through that left waist, and then spin your palm forward and inhale, stretch right up over your ear. And you can even let your head dangle so that the right ear is dropping towards the shoulder. Go more for this extension, this reach. Press into the left foot, reach the left arm, spread your fingers. Big, deep, open breath. And then inhale, take that left arm straight up, take that micro bend, and then start to spin your heart open. Keep pressing into that left foot. Drop the weight of the arm back to open into your chest. Keep the low belly strong so you're not compressing the low back in any way. Shoulders all on the back. And then inhale, take that arm straight up. Exhale, set it down. Wrists land back under the shoulders, readjust as you need to, press into that heel for a moment, and then shoulders over wrists and find high plank again or knees down plank, either way. Steady breath. And then exhale and make your way to your first down dog. Keep spinning the triceps in towards your face. Feel the tailbone lengthen and the head drop, and then feel your weight even in your hands and your feet. Inhale, lift high onto your tiptoes, super, super high, and then exhale and drag the heels back and down. Keep the kneecaps lifted and the low belly strong. Inhale, lift high on your toes. Exhale, drop the heels down. One more time. Inhale, lift high on the toes. And exhale, drop them down. And then inhale, look to your hands. And as you exhale, take a slow walk forward. And you can work that exaggeration of the toe lifting the heels high as you walk your way all the way to the top. Land eventually with the feet hip distance in parallel and the knees soft. Slide the hands up to the top or to the thighs, just above your knees, and inhale, extend your heart forward. Feel your neck get long by drawing your shoulders back and together a little bit, and then pull the low belly in, the ribs in. And then keep all of that length and drape yourself over your thighs. Knees stay soft, head hangs heavy. Bend your knees a lot. Pull your belly in a lot. Keep the knees bent the whole way. And then inhale and let yourself roll up to stand. Once you come upright, just roll the shoulders back. Spin the palms forward. Take a couple times of rocking from your toes to your heels with your eyes open until you find yourself evenly weighted in that tripod in each of the feet. And then close your eyes. Take a moment to settle in here. Feel your feet on the earth. Feel that foundation beneath you. Once again, feel into that spaciousness around you, that spaciousness of your breath, that connection to your deepest self. And then take a moment here to set any intentions you want to set for today's practice. With that intention in your mind's eye, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Maybe the palms touch above your head or they can stay shoulder distance, whichever feels better. And then as you exhale, soften the knees and draw the hands right down the center line as you fold forward. Bottom of the exhale lands you in a forward fold. Slide the hands to the thighs and inhale, extend your heart forward, half lift. Exhale all the way down. Take your hands to your hips, elbows back, shoulders back. This time we're going to try and flat back out, or you can round up like we've already done. Otherwise, use the back of the legs, use the core, and inhale, unhinge to stand up. Take the arms, stretch them up, and then exhale right back in one more time. Release. Inhale, find that half lift, torso parallel to the floor, and exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale to rise up, roll up or unhinge, hands at the hips, or free floating. Stretch into the sky, maybe even look to the sky and lift your heart. This time, exhale, hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra. Close the eyes again. Feel your heartbeat. Steady in the heart, strong on the earth. Rooted in yourself. A deep sense of love and respect for who you are. For however you've shown up today. And then let the eyes sweep open, let the arms sweep up. Inhale, stretch, lift, open the front body, and exhale, hinge and fold down. Let the head go. Inhale, find your half lift, and this time on the exhale, plant the hands, walk the feet back, find downward facing dog. Take a moment to feel your hands and your feet root down into the earth. Really solidify that foundation and then spin the triceps in towards your face. Lift your tailbone high to the sky. And then inhale, right leg rises. Keep the outer hip drawing down and the inner thigh rolling up. And then exhale, knee right into your forehead. You're going to try and kiss your knee as you lift your navel to your spine, press in your hands, press in your toes. And then inhale, stretch it right back and up. Good, triceps stay in. Now roll your right hip open. And then kind of like a half frog, bend your knee and flex your foot. And try and lift your knee so you should feel your outer glute turn on. Press into the hands, lift the outer glute. Now extend your leg and then draw the heel down like you're dragging it down. Kind of think half moon in that lower body. You should feel a stretch now in that outer hip. And then keep this and exhale. Just spin that hip all the way down. Inhale, extend the leg back and then exhale. Bring the knee in, look to your right thumb, set your foot there. Let the left knee drop and uncurl the toes. Inhale, rise into a low lunge. Press into your back shin in the top of that foot and then drag it forward. As you press into your front foot and drag it back, like you're scissoring the thighs together. And then feel that scissoring travel all the way up to your pelvic floor, your low belly, and your heart. So there's a lift, almost like a little floating here. And as you find that lift, your tailbone lengthens down and breathe. Good. From here, cactus your arms. Take an inhale, feel your heart lift, keep the belly strong, and then as you exhale, tip your fingertips back and your elbow tips forward, and then heavy the forearms back. Squeeze the shoulder blades a little bit together, squeeze the belly in and the front ribs back. Good, and then exhale, use the belly, bring yourself forward. Stretch the arms outside to side and then take your left arm over your right and find eagle arms. Squeeze the elbows together, drag them forward, draw the shoulders down and back. Now, the eagle arms could be hands on your shoulders, thumb and pinky, or palm to palm, whichever works for you. Just take a moment, breathe into the back of the heart, let the neck be nice and long. Beautiful. Unwind the arms, inhale, sweep them up. And then on the exhale, we're going to find a half split. Land your left hip right over your left knee and float your right toes up. Good. And then as you draw your right knee, cat back, think about extending your heart, your sternum forward with the back of the neck long, the collarbones wide. Fingers are tented to give you a little bit of space, or feel free to use blocks. Good. And then drag your outer left hip back a little bit as your heart draws forward. Good. Go ahead and shift forward. Hands come forward. Step it back to high plank. Pause in your high plank, inhaling. And then on the exhale, set your knees down. Draw the heart forward, shoulders back, and tuck your elbows right into your ribs as you lower all the way to the belly. We're going to take just a baby cobra from this first back bend. Lengthen your feet back, press into the tops of the feet. Draw your shoulder blades together, draw your elbows together, and then press your hands down and pull them back to drag your heart forward and up. And then lift your navel away from the earth and lengthen the back of the neck. Keep your legs firm and your pelvis firm. And then exhale, rest to the earth for an inhale. On the exhale, you're gonna press through your hands and your knees, land back, downward facing dog. Right away, set up that foundation. Hands and feet equally down, triceps wrapped in. Inhale, left leg rises, extend out through the toes and the hip, and then exhale, curl in, knee to the forehead, try and kiss that knee. And then inhale, stretch it back and up again. Stack your left hip on top of your right, and then find that kind of half frog and lift your knee towards the ceiling so you feel your outer glute turn on, keep pressing into both arms. Good, and then extend your leg, foot stays flexed. Start to drag that heel down, kind of thinking half moon in that left side body. Good, and then stay here and just spin your hip down. Inhale, reach it back, and then exhale, bring it all the way through to that left thumb. Set the right knee down. Inhale, rise up into your low lunge. Again, right away, set up that foundation. Feel that. Rooting down and rising up simultaneously. Take a breath. Okay, this time, take your hands behind you and interlace them. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. As you do that, squeeze your front ribs together and back at the same time. And then extend your knuckles back. As you lift your heart, keep the belly lifted, keep the legs scissoring together. Maybe even look up, but you don't have to. Your chin can stay dropped. Breathe here. And then exhale, squeeze the belly, come up, release the hands to the sacrum, let them float out. Inhale here. And on the exhale, right's gonna cross over left for eagle, shoulders, some variation here. And then squeeze the elbows together and forward, shoulders back and down, and gently move the hands from the face and just breathe. Right into the back of the heart. Fill it up. Beautiful. Unwind the arms. Inhale, stretch them up. Exhale, set them down. Find your half split. Right hip landing over that knee. Left leg now extended. Think long spine. So try to release any rounding in the back and think about extension. Deep, fluid, even breaths in and out. Beautiful. From here, shift the foot flat, set the hands down, take an inhale, and on the exhale, take it back to high plank again. Hold in your high plank. Press the arms firm into the earth so the upper back is broad, it's full. And then with or without the knees, you're gonna shift the weight forward and the shoulders back and the elbows in, and lower slowly to your belly. Baby cobra again, feet long and anchored, heart forward and up. This from here, exhale straight back to downward facing dog. We're gonna hold here for 3 breaths. You're welcome to come into child's pose. Steady the breath. Okay, from here, inhale, look to the hands, and as you exhale, take a slow walk forward. Land with the big toes touching, the heels slightly separate, soften the knees, and inhale into a half lift. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, rise to stand, lift on up. And exhale, hands to the heart. From here, we're gonna move into an Utkatasana. So if your feet are hip distance, that's fine. Just make sure your knees are tractioning over your toes. So inhale, sit down, sweep the hands down, pull the belly in, then extend, lift the heart, lift the arms, tailbone lengthens as the low belly lifts. Breathe here, and then exhale and forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen the heart. Exhale, we're gonna walk it back to down dog. Okay, inhale, take your right leg, reach it back and up. And exhale, take your right knee to your outer right arm. Tricep, shoulder, elbow, somewhere over there. And inhale, take it back and up again. Triceps in, roll the right hip open, bend the knee. And this time, drop your foot towards your left shoulder and kind of lean back a little bit. And then as you lean back a little bit, press into your left arm and lift your knee again. Take this a little bit more in the front of the head, opening. And then extend the leg and roll the hip down. Inhale, look forward to the hands, and as you exhale, draw the knee forward to your right thumb again. This time, angle your left foot at 45 degrees for warrior one. Inhale, rise up. So bend into that front knee, press into that back foot. Lift into the low belly. Think about drawing your outer right hip back and in as you press into that left foot. From here, lift onto your toes and draw that left hip to square forward. So now you're kind of in a high lunge. Inhale here, and as you exhale, hinge forward like you're reaching forward and start to shift the weight a little bit more into that front leg. You should feel that glute turn right on. Take an inhale here. And then on the exhale, you're gonna shift your weight into that leg and lift the left leg. Options, hands to the heart, hands to the floor, hands in front, hands by your side. All of those are options. If you have a couch in front of you, that's another option. Reach, press back. Good. Now go ahead and set your hands down under your shoulders. Keep your left foot flexed. Lift out of your right hip. And then start to roll your left hip to stack. Half moon. Left hand to the left hip. Maybe left arm to the sky. Soften this right leg a little bit. Press through your left heel. Stay steady. Maybe curl your heel to your bum and reach for the top of the ankle and press. Again, watch that standing leg. Beautiful. Gently release that. Roll your left arm down. Walk the hands back by your foot and start to bend your standing leg. Reach, 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 reach. Land in a runner's lunge. And breathe. Left hand down. Inhale, float your right arm up to the sky. Your left knee can absolutely be on the ground. Either way. Plug the left shoulder back. Press that hand down and reach your right arm high. And then even spin it open a little bit. But keep drawing your right hip back as you do that. And then exhale, set it down to frame that front foot. Keep your left heel high, straighten your right leg. Lift both kneecaps. Inhale again, think that length in the spine, shoulders back. And then maybe you start to drop your left heel directly behind your toes. Maybe you even lift the front of the right foot as you flex the toes, and maybe you bend into that left knee to get even deeper. All options, anywhere along the way, or maybe you set that left knee all the way down and you take your half split. Okay, inhale, shift yourself back forward through that runner's lunge, hands plant. Exhale, take it back, three-legged dog. Okay, triceps spin open, hip rolls open, look under your left armpit. You can stay here, or you can flip your dog by controlling that, release down. Pivot your left foot and then reach from your left foot to your right fingertips. Big, deep breath. And then exhale, bring it back around. Set the foot down, find down dog. Inhale, forward high plank. Exhale with or without the knees, lower to the belly. Uncurl the toes, hands behind your back, switch up your clasp. Draw the shoulders back and then reach your knuckles back and lift your belly. Then extend your toes back. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, arms up. Neck stays long. Take another inhale here and then maybe exhale to let your legs float off the ground too. Or keep them anchored either way. Steady breath. Beautiful. Lower yourself down. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale. If you really want to reverse your chaturanga, wrists under elbows. Otherwise, exhale, press through hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Okay, let's go to the other side. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee, left tricep, shoulder, elbow, as high as you can get it, squeeze it. Inhale, take it back. And up, wrap the triceps in and then roll the hip open and bend the knee and then lean back again. So you feel it in the front of the thigh and the left ribs, but keep pressing into your right arm as you do that. And then extend the leg and square the hips. Take an inhale, stretch back, look forward. Exhale, left foot comes to your left thumb, right foot angles, float up, warrior one. Okay, find your foundation here. So your hips are trying to square forward, but they're not going to. So think as much as you can, left hip back, right hip forward without feeling any tweaking in the low back. Press into your right foot, lift through your pelvic floor, your belly and your heart. And breathe. Okay, from here, press onto the toes and roll your right hip forward. So now you're squared, you're in that high lunge. You're not super long. Take an inhale, reach high, exhale, hinge forward. Start to feel that weight shift into the front leg. Take an inhale here, and on the exhale, float up. Again, all of those options for your hands are here. Floor, heart, back, up, whichever works. Think about rolling your right hip down, same thing we did on our knee. Inner thigh up, outer hip down. Breathe here. Good. And then go ahead and everyone set your hands down under your shoulders. Keep that right foot flexing. Start to spin the hip open. Left hand stays down. Right hand can come to your right hip. Watch the standing leg, or arm can stretch to the sky. Then you can stay here or bend that right knee, reach for the top of the ankle and press. Steady breath, steady gaze. Then gently release the foot. Roll that right hand down, right hip down. Start to walk your hands back by your foot, and as you do that, stretch your right leg back, 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 back. Runner's lunge, left knee landing over the ankle. Take an inhale. Press into the right heel as you lift the back of the thigh, and then spin that left arm open. Press into the right, reach up with the left. Outer left hip back and in. Inhale here, and then spin even more open. Beautiful. And then exhale, float that hand down. Right heel stays high, straighten the left leg. Inhale, draw the heart forward. Get spacious in your collarbones and in your neck. Options, stay here, or start to drop your right heel, lift the front of the left foot. Stay here or bend into that right knee. Keep drawing that left hip back. Left kneecap back. And then shift yourself forward, hands down, high plank, inhale. And exhale to the belly. Okay. Switch up the class. This time, everything lengthens and lifts at the same time. Come on up. Let the palms come wide here. So you're actually pressing back through the wrists to stretch the wrists. Open the heart. Deep breath. Good, and then exhale, lower down to the floor. Set your hands down, inhaling. Exhale, take it back to downward facing dog and hold there. Good, steady breath in and out. Sorry, I'm in the middle of teaching a class right now.
Okay. Do you think it's possible maybe Wednesday morning?
I'll have to call you back. Okay, sorry, I'm online right now. All right, from down dog. Inhale, look forward, and at the bottom of the exhale, step walk or float the feet forward. Again, big toes come to touch. If that works for you, inhale, lengthen into that half lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale, sit down into your Utkatasana, lift the heart, lift the arms. Exhale, sit a little deeper, and then inhale, stand all the way up, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands to the heart. Okay, one more balancing. From here, I'll mirror you guys. So go ahead and separate your feet to hip distance. Shift the weight into the right foot and start by just picking your heel up to your bum and try and get it there as close as you can. You're gonna feel your hamstrings start to turn on. It's starting to work. And then inhale, stretch your arms up. So reach the arms high, pull the heel to your bum, pull your belly to your spine. Then you're gonna try and drop this left arm all the way down so that the thumb is pointing back and the pinky's forward. So it's this open rotation of the arm, not this twisting this way, open this way. Shoulder rolls back and down. Okay, then grab the inner ankle. And if that absolutely doesn't work, if you grab the outer ankle, no big deal. Then this might be your pose right here. We're heel knees together, belly lifted, tailbone long, pushing a little bit of energy in ankle and foot, or hand.
Or you might start to hinge. As you hinge, start by kicking first. Kick, 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 kick. Then when you can't kick, then find that hinge a little bit more as you come into your full king dancer. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Steady gaze. Keep drawing that right hip back. Belly in to come out, same thing, kick and reach, kick and reach, kick and reach, till you come right where you started. Keep that heel into the booty, let the left arm reach, and then bring that left knee up and flex the foot. Inhale here, soften into that standing leg. Exhale, kick it straight out in front of you. Try not to lean back, hold it steady. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Set it down, hands to the heart. Good, take a moment here. Inhale. And exhale, then shift the weight into the left leg. Soften the knee, peel your right heel to your bum, pull your low belly up and in. Keep peeling that heel up as much as you can. Feel that hamstring turn right on. Inhale, stretch the arms. Then the right arm's gonna float down, thumb back, pinky forward. Same outer rotation of that arm for the inner ankle. Stretch through that whole left side, and then kick your ankle into your hand. Kick, 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 kick. Keep the belly strong, and then maybe hinge. And find that full king dancer. And then again, left hip back, right hip down. Heart lifted, breathing, steady. It's hard to watch myself and do this and breathe. Come out, same way, kick and reach, kick and reach, kick and reach. Keep the heel into the booty, let that left or right arm float up. And then bring your right knee up, strong in the core. Inhale here, exhale, kick the leg up. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Set it down, hands to the heart. Okay, back to the top of the mat. If you've moved, separate your feet. Inhale, stretch up tall, and then turn the toes out and exhale, just like you're sliding down a wall. Sit into a squat. Elbows to the inner thighs, thumbs to the heart. Lift your heart, lift your crown, drop your tailbone and breathe. Steady in, steady out. It's kind of like basics with a little extras. Walk your hands forward just for a moment. Let your back get round, let your head drop. And then just help yourself to sit. Extend your legs, extend your arms. Inhale, and on the exhale, start to lower down. You're welcome to use your hands to help yourself down or extend out through the heels and control that lower down. And then as you inhale, stretch the arms long, stretch the legs long, everything long. And on the exhale, hug the knees and curl your head and shoulders up and get a big wrap. Maybe your wrists, your forearms, your elbows. Keep that and then just drop the head down. Take a little gentle rock side to side. Good, and then release the arms. Take the legs straight up. Lower your left leg a bit, flex your right, and just cross the ankle as low down on your thigh as you can. Find your figure four without your arms to start with. So draw that left knee towards you. Press the right knee away from you. Keeping it really active. So you're actively pressing your outer ankle into your thigh and your thigh into your outer ankle. And then go ahead and slide the hands through and take a little more passive stretch. You can reach behind the thigh or around the shin. Keep a flex in that right foot. And then set your left foot down and let the right knee stack on top of the left now, so like you're cross-legged. Open the arms into a T. Slide your hips over to the right so you land on that left side. And then draw the knees in and drop them towards your left elbow. Good, so now you're kind of rolling to the left. Press into your left elbow, press into the back of the head and slide your ribs over to the left. It's gonna be a little, it's just that little slide that allows the right ribs to drop a little bit more. So go ahead and do that. Inhale long in that spine, and as you exhale, think right ribs towards the earth, left belly towards the earth, right hip long away from your chest. Breathe. Inner thighs are drawing together. And your gaze can be wherever it feels good, up at the ceiling, over at your right hand, whatever feels appropriate.
And then inhale and unwind that. Uncross the legs, realign your hips and take the legs back up. Flex the feet, lower that right leg now so that your left leg can come crossed, and find that active figure four. As you draw your right knee towards you, press your outer left shin into your thigh and send your left knee away from you. Good, and then let the hands thread through. Take whatever clasp works and start to draw your right knee towards you. Keep the left foot flexing and the left knee drawing out to the left and away from you. Good, and then set that right foot down. Extend the arms into a T. Stack the left knee on top of the right. Hips move over to the left now. So you land on the right side. Knees draw to the chest and drop over to the right. Squeeze the inner thighs. Now press into your right elbow, back of the head gently to slide your ribs to the right. Let the left ribs lower down a little bit more. Keep breathing steady in and out, hips long. Maybe you're getting some self-adjustments here, so breathe into that. Going only as far as feels good. One more breath. Okay, and then inhale and unwind the legs, uncross the legs, hips back to neutral, and then exhale, knees wide into your shoulders and rock side to side. Find happy baby. You can grab the shins, the ankles, the inner outer feet, but think tailbone and head equally on the floor. Knees towards the armpits. So the whole length of your spine supported. And then Supta Baddha Konasana. Loose cactus arms, soles of the feet pressing together as the knees draw out and down. Lengthen your tailbone. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill up, fill up, fill up. And exhale out the mouth. One more deep breath in. And exhale out the mouth. Now let your hands return to your ribs like we did at the beginning. Shoulders out of the ears. Thumbs around the backside. 4 fingers around the front. We'll inhale for 5 and exhale for 7 this time. So exhale wherever you are. And then inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause full. Exhale 7, 6, 5. Slow it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Empty. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause full. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Empty. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause full. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale all the way up. Fill up as full as you can get. Soften the throat, soften the face. Sip in a little bit more air. A little bit more air. And then as if you're deflating a balloon slowly out the mouth, release the air, release the arms, release the legs. Empty out and find your final resting pose. Shavasana, letting go of all the effort and letting your whole being just be in rest, in Shavasana.
This was written by Miranda McPherson. Being the presence of love is dynamic and ever unfolding, ever fresh, and precisely attuned to each situation. Perhaps it means being present and engaging with the checkout clerk at your supermarket, enjoying the exchange. Sometimes being love means listening more substantially, not just to words, but to the unspoken. If you stay close to this question, what does it mean right now to be love? A most potent, beautiful, complete embodiment will find its way through you, moment to moment. And surely that is what we are all craving more of right now. Before moving, take a moment to just send your whole being love, gratitude, compassion, and send that out into the world. Let your intention come back into your mind's eye. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we be awakened to the light of our true nature. May we be healed. May we be a source of healing and kindness for all beings. Please stay and rest in your Shavasana as long as you're able to. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Namaste.